Good morning. So we were doing revision. Today I'll complete revision, and next after your internals, I'll take your class and I'll complete your syllabus. Okay. So now yesterday we had started with third unit. We were seeing about what are the phishing tools. All these we were seeing. Okay. So next we move on. Chain of custody concept. It is a central concept in cyber forensic or digital forensic investigation. It is a process of validating how many kinds of evidence has been gathered, tracked, and protected on the way to a court of law. It is essential to get in the habit of protecting all evidences equally so that they will hold up in the court. The purpose is that the proponent of a piece of evidence must demonstrate that it is what it supports to be. The chain of custody is a chronologically written record of those individuals who have had custody of the evidence from its initial acquisition until its final disposition. A chain of custody begins when an item of relevant evidence is collected, and the chain of maintained until the evidence is disposed of. The chain of custody assumes continuous accountability. Network forensic, this discipline is included with the computer forensic. The goal is to provide the methodology and tools required to collect and analyze network traffic. It involves capturing all data moving over Wi-Fi network and analyzing network events. The security analyst must follow the same general principles that apply to the computer forensic. The typical elements in the forensic investigation, engagement, contract, authorization, confidentiality, payment, consent and acknowledgement, limitations of liability. Stignography, hiding a message in an image data used by criminals and by non-criminals. The threat raised by stignography is very real. Its use is not easy to detect or intercept, as the information does not need to be broadcasted across the internet. The hidden message can reside unsuspectingly on a web page, for example, and we can be viewed from around the world. Stigma analysis is of increasing importance to a network security. A rootkit is a set of tools used after cracking a computer operating system that hides login processes, passwords, etc., which could carefully hide any trace that those commands normally display. The mechanism and techniques whereby malware, including viruses, spyware, and Trojan, attempts to hide their presence from spyware, blockers, antivirus, and system management utilities. Rootkits can be classified as persistent rootkits, memory-based rootkits, user mode rootkits, and kernel mode rootkits. Rootkits are installed after an attacker has exploited a system vulnerability and gained a root access. Rootkits by themselves do not give an attacker a root access. The only work after a system promises. Rootkits consist of tools that generally have three functions. One, a main root access to the system, hide the presence of the attacker, and the attacker against other system. Binary rootkits take administrative utilities and modify them to hide specific connections, processes, and activities of specific users. Binary rootkit can be defamated through the use of file integrity scanner. Binary rootkit can also detect by system integrity tool. Information hiding, three common approaches of hiding information in digital images: least significant bit insertion, masking and filtering, algorithms and transformation. Relevance of OSI 7-layer model to computer forensic. The first step by attacker who hacks networks are footprinting, scanning and probing, gaining access, privileges, exploit, retracing, installing backdrops. Forensic and social networking sites, the security privacy threats sites, Orkut, Facebook, MySpace, Bebo, Bigard, etc. It enables people to reach out to their old and long lost friends and classmates, relatives, etc. So we know that social media where we can find our friends. Social networking sites help connect like-minded people with the same professional or collaboration and discussion of ideas. Social networking thus makes people part of the worldwide community, and so the sites are getting popular. The usage of social network sites has increased rapidly in recent years. Kids, teenagers are those who are known to be making the maximum use of social networking sites. LinkedIn professional networking sites, security threats emerging through careless use of social networking sites. Forensic and social networking sites, the security and privacy threats, sites like Orkut, Facebook, MySpace. These are the social media websites. It enables people to reach out to their old and long lost friends and classmates, relatives, etc. Social networking sites help connect like-minded people with the same professions or collaboration and discussion of idea. Social networking thus makes people a part of the worldwide community, and so the site are getting popular. The usage of social networking sites has increased rapidly in the recent years. Uh, Kids, teenagers are the ones who are known to be making the maximum use of social networking sites. LinkedIn, that is professional networking sites, security threats emerging through careless use of social networking site. Security issues that are associated with social networking sites, corporate espionage, cross-site scripting, virus and worms, social networking site aggregators, uh, spur phishing and social networking specific phishing, infiltration of networks leading to data leakage, then ID theft. The regulatory perspective for forensic at the international level, the internationally there are few laws and regulations that indicates the need for digital investigation. Sarbase, California, these are the regulatory. Then features of GLBA, so financial privacy rule, that is collection and dissemination of customers' information. Then safeguarding rules governs the process and controls in an organization to protect customers' financial data. The safeguarding rules of GLB calls for financial institutions to ensure the security and confidentiality of customer information, protecting against any anticipated threats or hazards to the security or integrity of such information, protecting against unauthorized access to or use of such information that could result in substantial harm or inconvenience to use customer. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act of 1996 has a primary goal for healthcare providers to improve the privacy and security of their client medical information. Computer forensic expertise status in India. There is a rise in cybercrime, and in India, computer forensic is a much needed expertise. At present, there seems to be a shortage of their skills. Twofold problem in India: lack of availability of cyber forensic experts, as well as lack of awareness about forensics and digital forensics or computer forensics. Involvement of cyber forensics in the day-to-day activities of individual as well as corporation is going to increase due to rising rate of cyber crimes in India. The reach of computer forensic must be enterprise wide, and ideally the response time should be immediate in order to demonstrate that the organizations are utilizing best practice in managing and controlling their information security compliance. Organizations need to have a combination of in-house capability supplemented with external expert service. Cyber law of India need to be supported by sound cybersecurity and effective cyber forensics. A good team of techno-legal experts is needed who to help in the drafting of good laws and in its amendment and enforcement. Challenges in a computer forensic. A microcomputer may have 200 GB or more storage capacity. There are more than 5.2 billion messages expected to be sent and received in the US alone per day. There are more than 3 billion indexed web page worldwide. There are more than 550 billion documents online. Terabytes of data are stored on tape and hard drives. Most of existing tools and methods allow anyone to alter any attribute associated with digital data. Encryption is a major anti-forensic technique, and a keyword search can be defamated by renaming file names. Technical challenges: understanding the raw data and its structure, complexity problem, quantity problem, no file system layer of abstraction, ASCII, HTML files, Windows registry, network packets, source code. So digital forensic is also challenged by the quantum problem. It involves the hugeness of digital forensics to analyze. It is inefficient to analyze every single piece of data. Data reduction technique need to be used to solve this. Data reduction is done by grouping data into one large event or by removing known data. So the legal challenges in computer forensics and data privacy issues: evidence to be admissible in court must be relevant, material, and competent, and its probative value must overweight any prejudicial effects. The digital evidence can be easily duplicated and modified. Often, it can be without even leaving any traces. It can present special problems related to competency. Digital evidence needs to satisfy the legal admissibility requirements. Modern computers have enormous data storage facilities. Gigabyte disk drives are common, and a single computer may contain several such drives. Seizing and freezing of digital evidence can no longer be accomplished just by burning a single CD-ROM. Failure to freeze the evidence prior to opening the file can invalidate critical evidence. There is also the problem of locating the relevant evidence within a massive amount of data. Artificial limitation imposed by constitutional, statutory, and procedural issues. Whereas various personal involvement in digital forensic, computer forensics, technicians, a policymaker, and professionals. Special tools and technique. Most tools have the same underlying principle, creating forensic quality or sector by sector image of media, locating, deleting, or old partitioning, ascertaining data or timestamp information, obtaining data from a slack space, recovering or undeleting files and directories, carving or recovering database of files, header or a file footer, performing keyword search, recovering internet history information. Special technique, data mining used by forensics. Depending on the type of forensic, the impact and the impacted practice can vary. Some impact and impacted parties: national security and government, financial impact and individuals, brand image and organization. Techniques of data mining: entity extraction, clustering the technique, association rule mining, automated technique to analyze different types of crimes, need a unifying framework describing how to apply them. There is a need for understanding the relationship between analysis capacity and crime type characteristics. This understanding can help investigator more effectively to use those techniques to identify trends and pattern, address problem areas, and even predict crimes. Forensic auditing, it is also known as forensic accounting. It is specialized form of accounting. It includes steps needed to detect and determine fraud. A forensic auditor make use of the latest technology to examine financial document and investigate white collar crimes. Uses accounting, auditing, and investigating techniques. Forensics accounting professionals are assigned specially task. Forensic auditor are responsible for detecting fraud, identifying individuals involved, collecting evidence, presenting the evidence in criminal proceedings, and etc. Anti-forensic, it is the application of scientific method to digital media to invalidate factual information for judicial review. Moreover, it is a combination of people, process, and tools. Four category of anti-forensics: data destruction, data hiding, data encryption, data contraception. Some well-known tools with counter forensic features: Windows Washer, Windows and Internet Cleaner, Cyber Scrub Pro, Evidence Elimination, Acronic Privacy Expert, Secure Cleaning. Metasploit anti-forensic investigation arsenal includes the following tools: TimeStop, Slacker, Transmogrifier, Scam Juice. So this was your third module. And the last one, fourth module. So here in this fourth module, we see what are the mobiles and wireless devices. In the recent years, the use of laptops, personal digital assistants, and mobile phones has grown from limited user community to widespread desktop replacement and broad deployment. The larger and more diverse community of mobile users and their device increases the demand on the IT functions to secure the device, data, and connections to the network, keeping control of the corporate assets while at the same time supporting mobile users' productivity. Profilation of mobile and wireless device, a key drive for the growth of mobile technology is the rapid growth of business solution into handheld device. Mobile computing is taking a computer and all necessary files and software out into the field. Types of mobile computer have been introduced since 1990 are portable computer, tablet PC, internet tablet, personal digital assistants, ultra mobile PC, smartphone, computer, fly fusion, pentop. Wireless reference to the method of transferring information between a computing device such as PDA and a data source such as an agency database server without a physical connections. Smart held device are defined as an handheld or a pocket-sized device that connect to a wireless or a cellular network and can have a software installed on them. Trend in mobility, mobile computing in grid generation 3G promises great variety in applications and have highly improved usability as well as speeder networking. This smart mobile technology is rapidly gaining popularity and attacks. Hackers and crackers are among its biggest fan. There are numerous attacks that can be committed against mobile network, and they can originate from two primary vectors. One is from outside the mobile network, public internet, private internet, and other operators network. The other is within the mobile network, device such as data capable handsets and smartphones, notebook computer, or even desktop computer connected to 3G network. Popular types of attack against 3G mobile network are as follows: malware, viruses and worms, denial of service, overbilling attack, spoofed policy development process, signal level attacks. Credit card fraud in mobile and wireless computing era. Wireless credit card processing is a relatively new service that will allow a person to process credit card electronically virtually anywhere. It allows business to process transaction from mobile location quickly, efficiently and professionally. It is most it is most often used by business that operate mainly in a mobile environment. Some upscale restaurants are using wireless processing equipment for the security of their credit card paying customer. So shows the basic flow of transactions involved in purchases done using a credit card. So we can see our card holder magnetic stripe card swiped to obtain magnetic stripe data, security control module, magnetic stripe reader and a pin pad, merchant server, so security control module, acquiring bank, then host security module checks pin site, encrypted pin block with optional pin offset data, back-end networking, card issue banking, so online environment for credit card transaction. Types and techniques of credit card faults. Traditional techniques, a paper-based fraud, wherein a criminal uses stolen or a fake documents such as utility bills and banking statements that can build up useful personal identifiable information to open an account in someone else's name. Application fraud, ID theft, where an individual pretends to be someone else. Financial fraud, where an individual gives false information about his or her financial status to acquire credit. Modern techniques, skimming to commit fraud, the information held on either the magnetic strip on the back of a credit card or the data stored on the smart chip are copied from one card to another. Site cloning and false merchant site on the internet designed to get people to hand over their credit card details. Security challenges posed by mobile devices. Some well known technical challenges in mobile security are managing the registry settings and configuration, authentication service security, cryptography security, lightweight directory access protocol security, remote access server security, media player control security, network application program interface API security. Registry settings for mobile device. Microsoft ActiveSync acts as the gateway between Windows powered PC and Windows mobile powered device, enabling the transfer of applications such as Outlook information, Microsoft document, uh, pictures, music, videos, and applications from a user desktop on his or her device. It can synchronize directly with the Microsoft Exchange server so that the user can keep their email, calendar, notes, and contact updated wirelessly when they are away from their PCs. Establishing trusted group through appropriate registry settings become crucial. One of the most prevalent area where this attention to the security is applicable is within group policy. The emphasis on most of the group policy setting is security. New mobile applications are constantly being provided to help protect against spyware, viruses, worm, malware, and other malicious codes that run through the network and the internet. The core problem to many of the mobile security issues on the Windows platform is that the baseline security is not configured properly. So in this we can see registry value browsing, Nina. So this is how here new registry properties. So you can say register the action what we have taken, whether it is updated. Hive key local mission, system current control set service and upstart, then start, registered, value date, then decimal. So this is how the new registry properties will be done. So then authentication, service security, there are two component of security in mobile computing: net security of device, security in networks. A secure network access involve mutual authentication between the device and the base station or web server. Authentication service security is important given the typical attacks on mobile device through wireless network, DOS attack, traffic analysis, eavesdropping, man-in-middle attack, and session hijacking. Security measure in this scenario come from wireless application protocol, use of VPNs, media access control, addressing filtering, and development in 802 standards. So then cryptography security for mobile device, cryptographically generated address is Internet Protocol version 6. So that is IPv6. That address up to 64 address bits that are generally by hashing owner public key address. The address the owner use is the corresponding private key to assert address ownership and to assign messages sent from the address without a public key infrastructure or other security infrastructure. Development of PKI provides many benefits for users to secure their financial transaction initiated from the mobile device. LDAP security for handheld mobile computing device. LDAP is a software protocol for enabling anyone to locate individual, organization, and other resources such as files and device on the network. It is lightweight version of directory access protocol because it does not include security features in its initial version. RAS security for mobile device. RSA is an important consideration for protecting the business sensitive data that may reside on the employee's mobile device. Impersonating or masquerading by using a mobile device to appear as a registry user to the system. It could be cracker is then able to steal data or compromise corporate system in others way. Port scanning. First, attacker use a domain name system server to locate the IP address of a connected computer. Second, they scan the port on this known IP address, working their way through its transmission control protocol or user datagram. Protocol stack, what communication ports are unprotected by firewall. A personal firewall on the pocket PC or smartphone device can be affected protective screen against this form of attack for the user connecting through the direct internet or RSA connection. Media player control security. Media player can turn out to be source of threat to information held on mobile device. In the most severe exploit of a flaw, a hacker could take over a computer system and perform any task the computer owners is allowed to do, such as opening files or accessing certain parts of a network. In the registry, there are some keys which control the behavior of the Windows Media Player Control. Microsoft, through its developer network MSDN, describes details of registry value settings on the mobile device. Networking API security for mobile computing device. With e-commerce and m-commerce, online payments are becoming common phenomena with the payment gateway accessed remotely and possibly wirelessly. With web service and their use in mobile computing application, the API becomes an important consideration. Most of these developments are targeted especially at securing a range of embedded and consumer products, including those running OS such as Linux, Symbios, Microsoft Windows, CE, and Microsoft Windows. Providing a common software framework, API will become an important enabler of new and higher value services. Mobile viruses get spread through two dominant communication protocols, that is Bluetooth and MMS. So Bluetooth virus can easily spread within a distance of 10 to 30 meters through Bluetooth active phones. MMS virus can send a copy of itself to all mobile users whose number are available in the infected mobile phone's address book. How to protect from mobile malware attacks? Following are some tips to protect mobile from mobile malware attacks. Download or accept programs and content only from a trusted source. If a mobile is equipped with Bluetooth, turn it off or set it to non-discoverable mode when it is not in use or not required to use. If the mobile is equipped with beam, it allow it to receive incoming beam only from a trusted source. Download and install antivirus softwares for a mobile device. Phishing is a phishing related to mobile phone and phishing. If you use mobile phones for purchasing goods, services, and for banking, you could be more vulnerable to a phishing scam. Attacker will pretend to be an employee from your bank or any or another organization and will claim a need for personal details. Wishing is phishing over the telephone system, most often using features facilities by VoIP to gain access to personal and financial information from the public for the purpose of financial rewards. It includes ID theft, purchasing luxury goods and services, transferring money and funds, monitoring the victim bank accounts, making applications for loan and credit cards. Smishing is SMS phishing. Smishing uses a cell phone text message to deliver a learn message to get the victim to reveal his or her PI. Hacking Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a short range wireless communication device or technology that uses the 2.4 gigahertz frequency range for its transmission and communication. An attacker installs special software on laptop and then install Bluetooth antenna which constantly scans the nearby surroundings for active Bluetooth connections. Once the software tool used by the attacker finds the connect to a vulnerable Bluetooth enabled cell phone, it can like download address book information, photos, calendars, SIM card details, make long distance phone calls using hacked device, bug phone calls, and much more. Some Bluetooth specific security issues: bluejacking, blue sniffing, blue bugging, car whispering. Unconventional or a stealth storage device, firewall and antivirus software are no defense against the threats of open USB port. Can only destroy valuable data in the organization network. Sometimes the standard access control with Windows operating system do not allow the assignment of permission for USB port, and restricting these devices become next to impossible. Anyone can connect USB or small digital camera or MP3 player to the USB port of any unattended computer and will be able to download confidential data or upload harmful viruses. Another factor in cybersecurity compliance with mobile device is their falling cost. Early handheld were expensive and specialized, so they were deployed only for specific applications. But more general purpose model are now available at a relatively low cost, often bundled with a traffic for wireless connections. Because modern handheld devices for mobile computing are at times good productivity tools, they cannot be precluded from used by employees, contractor, and other business entities. It is important for the device management team to include user awareness education. Thus, they get encouraged to take some personal responsibility for the physical security of their device. Threats through lost and stolen devices. Most often, mobile handheld devices are lost while people are on move. It is often not the value of the handheld device that is important, but rather the content that, if lost or stolen, can put a company at a serious risk of sabotage, exploitation, or damage to its professional integrity, as most of the times the mobile handheld devices are provided by the organization. Protecting data on lost device. For protecting data that are stored persistently on the device, there are two precautions that individuals can take to prevent disclosure of the data on the mobile device. Encrypting sensitive data, encrypting the entire file system. Data that are stored on hard disk is in persistent memory or on removable memory stick should be protected by encrypting the servers where a database files is residing. Educating the laptop's users. Often it so happens that corporate laptop users could be putting their company's network at risk by downloading non-work related software capable of spreading virus and spyware. Results from survey is quoted in the figure confirming this. The policies and procedures put in place for support of laptop have evolved over the years to be able to cope successfully with managing laptops connected by wireless means or otherwise. So we can see how the most important management or support issues for the laptops. So operating system and patch management, it will take around 70%, nearing to 80% uh, for all the respondents. Those with the broadband wireless laptops experience some percentage lesser than that. So network access configuration, it lead to nearing to 60%. Deploying applications, it is leading to 40%. Use of abuse and misuse of laptops, almost 40%. Then replacing the lost or damaged laptops, keeping the track of number of numbers deployed, lack of user training. So these are some of the most important management or support issues for the laptops. Encrypting organizational database. To protect the organization's data loss, database needed encryption. Two algorithms that are typically used to implement strong encryption of data files are a block encryption algorithm, chosen as a new advanced encryption standard for block ciphers by the National Institute of Standard and Technology. Multi-dimensional space rotation algorithm developed by a SASIO. Encrypting the database scramble the information contained in the main database file so that it cannot be disparated by looking at the files using the disk utility. When using strong encryption, it is important not to store the key on the mobile device. This is the equivalent to leaving a key in a locked door. The key is required whenever you want to start the database or you want to use a utility on your database. For greater security, there is an option available that instruct the database server to display a dialog box where the user can enter the encryption key. Including mobile device in security strategy, a few things that enterprise can use are implementing strong asset management, virus checking, loss prevention, and other controls for mobile system that will prohibit unauthorized access and the entry of corrupted data, investigating alternatives that allow a secure access to the company information through a firewall such as VPNs. Develop a system for more frequent and thorough security audit for mobile device. Incorporate security awareness into your mobile training and support program Notify the appropriate law enforcement agency and change password. Importance of security policies relating to mobile computing device. One should think about not to keep credit card and bank account numbers, passwords, confidential emails, and strategic information about organization, merger or takeover plan, and also other valuable information that could impact stock values in the mobile device. One should give a deep thought about the potential legal trouble for a public company whose sales report, employees record, or expansion plan many falls into wrong hands. When control cannot be implemented to protect data in the event they are stolen, the simplest solution is to prevent users from storing proprietary information on platforms deemed to be insufficiently secure. Organizational policies for the use of mobile handheld device. The first step in securing mobile devices is creating company policies that address the unique issues these devices raise. There are many ways to handle the matter in creating policies for mobile device. Creating a distinct mobile computing policy, including such device under existing policy. In a hybrid approach, a new policy is created to address the specific needs of the mobile device. Acceptable use policies for other technologies is extended to the mobile device. There may be in there may not be needed to for separate policies of wireless LAN, wide area network, etc., because a properly written network policies can cover all connections to the company data, including mobile and wireless. Laptops. Laptops are large threat as they are portable. Wireless capability in these devices has also raised cybersecurity concern owing to the information being transmitted over others, which makes it hard to detect. Cyber criminals are targeting laptops that are expensive to enable them to fetch a quick profit in the black market. Physical security countermeasures. Physical security countermeasures are becoming very vital to protect the information on the employees' laptops and to reduce the likelihood that employees will lose laptops. A few logical access control are as follows: protecting from malicious programs, attackers, social engineering, avoiding weak passwords, open access, monitoring application security and scanning for vulnerabilities, ensuring that an unencrypted data and unprotected file system do not pose threats, proper handling of removable drives, storage medium, and or unnecessary ports, password protection through appropriate password rules and use of strong passwords, locking down unwanted ports and devices, regularly installing security patches and updates, installing antivirus softwares, firewalls, intrusion detection system, encrypting critical system file system, other countermeasures, choosing a secure OS, registering the laptop with a laptop manufacturer, disabling unnecessary user account and renaming the administrator's account, disabling display of the last logged in users in the logging dialog box, backing up data on a regular basis. So I'll stop here and all the best. You do well for your internals. Try try to attempt all the questions. Answer your attendance. Amrish,
Yes, ma'am.
Anu,
Present, ma'am.
Ashok,
Present, ma'am.
Benita, Bhavishya,
Present, ma'am.
Diksha,
Ma'am, Chaitra
Benita
present,
present,
ma'am.
yeah, Chaitra,
Present, ma'am.
Diksha present, ma'am.
yeah, Deepika LG,
Present, ma'am.
Harshit,
Ma'am, Murli present, ma'am.
yeah, Murli, Harshit,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Kishore, Manjunath,
Yes, ma'am.
Nayana, Nilanjan, Nishant,
Present, ma'am.
Rajeshwari,
Present, ma'am.
Ramya,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Rashmi,
Present, ma'am.
Srinivas,
Present, ma'am.
Sunil,
Ma'am, present, ma'am.
Ma'am, Benita present, ma'am.
yeah, marked Benita, marked. Okay, do well. Try to attempt all 5 questions. Some people leave one more question. Don't leave. Try to attempt as much as you know. You please write all the questions in your answer script. Write all 5.